All right, so like I said, got a little bit more time to talk here. YouTube algorithm tends to like people like videos where people watch a higher percentage of the video, and like I said, only about 30% or less people end up watching this part that we're having in this section of the video. So we're gonna try something a little bit different here and see if this works better, splitting things up like this. And we'll try this for a couple videos and see what it does. But anyway, not my favorite configuration of Donington. Donington's not one of my favorite tracks. So I was really happy that I was able to get this 129/713 that we were able to do. And let's go walk through how we went through and did that. All right, Donington GP. We're going to call this the track walk part. Got ourselves a 129/713 in the Porsche Cup fixed setup. Haven't played with the brake bias or anything like that. If you're coming on over here from the other video, thank you very much. And we're going to get off here. We're just going to have a decent exit from the final corner. And full throttle here. Our first braking point is going to be at the end of this line here where the pit exit is. That's where we're gonna hit the brakes for the first time on a lap here. Pretty heavy in the braking zone, and we're just gonna hold it for a little bit and start coming down, trying to make that nice triangle as we release the brake pressure. I'm gonna turn in here, come on over to the right hand side. We do want to avoid dipping the tires too much over here. You can see there's quite a bit of a ledge where the curb comes back down to the ground here. We don't want to catch a wheel on that. It can be bad. So then we're just gonna, as we straighten out the wheel, put full throttle. Had to modulate a little bit there to keep the grip going. Full throttle down this area here. And then we're gonna kind of keep to the right up until a little bit about here-ish. And we're gonna start turning in the other direction. And then here, this I've gone off so many times into this, missing my braking point. I have to start thinking about braking about here. Our max brake peak, we hit peak brakes at this sign here, but I'm thinking about lifting and all that good stuff about here is the way my brain works. So yeah, lift, and then like I said, we're hitting the brakes pretty hard here. And we're getting down to fourth gear, and we're just going to kind of hold the brakes as we're releasing the pressure all the way kind of into this this curbing here. We're going to kind of come back on the throttle, and then we're just going to go full throttle through the rest of this here. Don't want to cut this too much, just an off track, but we can cut it out a little bit. And our next braking zone is going to be partway through this curb on the left here. And it's not as heavy a braking zone as some of the ones that we've had so far. So we're lifting and we're at a little bit of brakes. 75%. It's still heavy-ish. I pop down to third as I approach up here. Just kind of keeping that brake pressure. And then as we start to exit, we're going to give it the gas again. Not full yet because we got the wheels so turned, and then full throttle as we open up the wheel. And full throttle here. Kind of trying to hit the brakes early, about here-ish. It's past the white line, but we still need to hit it kind of early going up this hill. Going up the hill will make our brakes more effective. But yeah, we're getting the brakes, slowing the car down. Gonna try and get down to third about here-ish. And we're gonna cut a little bit here. But we don't want to cut too much because, again, that'll be an off track and potentially a slowdown depending on how much you cut. But we can cut a little bit. And then we're getting back on the throttle. We want to be on the throttle through this corner. We're accelerating through here. We don't want to cut them out too wide. So we can be accelerating before we hit this nice big long straightaway, which will take us into the part of the layout that I don't like. But it's the layout we're doing, so it's what we're going to deal with. Gonna get onto this curb here and start braking a little bit before this sign here. We're just slowing down, and then we're going to have to lift a little bit so we can actually turn. But we are going to clip a little bit of each of these curbs, but we're going to be on the throttle while we do so. On the throttle, modulating as grip dictates. I think there's probably a way to do that last part flat out, but just the lift there was to kind of keep things from spinning out. And then this part is the part that I really don't care for. We're gonna hit the brakes a little bit after this curbing starts. Don't have a super definitive part where we start that, but heavy on the brake, heavy-ish, 50%. But we're gonna get down to second, and so kind of came a little bit, so we're kind of holding that 50%, and then had to go up a little bit before coming into this corner here. Kind of down it around first gear. Just getting the car turned. Letting on that little bit of brake pressure, keeping the tires gripped up. And as we come out, we're going to put it in a little bit of throttle. Then as we keep coming the rest of the way around, we're going to open up the wheel. And then we're going to put the throttle in slowly. I had so many times where bad stuff happened there. Right, I'd get on it and the back end kept going. Don't want that to happen. But yeah, so that's flat out for this next little straightaway. Then we're gonna come on over to the right here, and as we do, we're going to wait to feel the rumble strip as the wheels hit this curbing, and that's gonna be where my braking starts. A little bit before I think I anticipated it there, but trying to get that as close to that as possible. And we're going to get down to second gear on this one, but we're just kind of coming off the brakes, letting the pressure go a little bit at a time. Turn it in with the brakes, then on the gas, giving it a little bit to start accelerating. And then as we open up the wheel, we're going to feed more throttle in until the wheel is pretty much open, and the rest of the throttle can go. And then it's just flat out from there. We got ourselves a 129.713. All right, so yeah, like I said, not one of my favorite tracks and all that jazz, but I was able to get a decent time. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out in the races and everything. If you'd like to see those, head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, all that good stuff. Hit the subscribe button, it does help, and we'll see you next week. Bye.